What else can be in the headlines aside Ghana, Egypt? Well, some African nations have already played in their first leg playoffs, but right now the focus is on Ghana versus Egypt. That game will be played at the Babara Stadium tomorrow. And of course, there are big discussions here today on the show. Sports Today on the Joy Sports channel on Multi TV with me, Nathaniel Attoh, ably backed by the rest of the Joy Sports team doing production. So we will be getting into the details of what happened during the arrival of the Egyptian team. Team Egypt is here. The Pharaohs are finally here in the country, and they have made their way to Kumasi, where they've already had a first training session. So today, training will be wrapped up later in the day as we get ready for that big encounter tomorrow. 4 p.m. it is at the Babara Stadium. So you send in your thoughts as the two teams get ready to train for the last time ahead of this big game. Many have described it as the game that will define the game that will define, who will go through from this particular fixture in the qualifiers. Okay, big results recorded at the weekend. Nigeria securing a 2-1 win in Ethiopia. And, of course, Burkina Faso winning 3-2 at home. But are these dangerous indications that Burkina Faso may just miss out? Well, it means that the second leg surely is going to be one interesting one to focus on. Of course, all over the world as well, there are big results coming from the weekend. The likes of Argentina, Belgium, Colombia, all qualifying for the FIFA World Cup Brazil 2014. It's the turn of the Black Stars to see if they can seal off the qualification halfway. Send in your thoughts. Remember, you can get on my Facebook page. It's Nathaniel Attoh, Citizen Attoh, and also on your mobile phone is 1760 for only 30 Ghana pesos. Also, we'll be getting into the newspapers in a bit, but let me just remind you that the man Timothy Bradley has once again sealed his name in the welterweight division by retaining the WBO welterweight title. He defeated Juan Manuel Marquez over a split decision in Las Vegas at the weekend. In tennis, the man, Novak Djokovic, he emerged victorious in the Shanghai Masters after seeing off Juan Martín del Potro in one long final of the Shanghai Masters. We bring you these and many more right here on the show. So you'll be right there. Don't touch the remote control. Sit there very comfortably as I bring you 1 hour and 30 minutes of everything sport from all over the world as we build up to Brazil 2014. The newspapers in a bit.
Multi TV is organizing a national installer training throughout the country. The training is for fresh people who would like to learn about satellite installation. Trainees will also go through some marketing tutorials to turn them into results-oriented salesmen. For those in the Eastern region, training will be on the 10th of October. Pick a form at Satellite Zone in Koforidua. For those in Somanya, training will be on the 12th of October. Pick a form at Technosat. For those in the Central region, training will be on the 15th of October. Pick a form at Takulaha in Cape Coast. For those in the Western region, training will be on the 17th of October. Pick a form at Antap in Takrade. For those in the Greater Accra region, training will be on the 22nd to 24th October. Pick a form at the Multi TV office. For those in the Volta region, training will be on the 29th October. Pick a form at Jahome in Ho. And for those in Hohwe, training will be on the 30th of October. Pick a form at Creative Ventures or call 0302 211 688 or 0244 340 424 and 0244 340 415. Boost your business with multi-TV, multi-TV, more TV for free. Multi-TV, more TV for free. Multi TV is organizing a national installer training throughout the country. The training is for fresh people who would like to learn about satellite installation. Trainees will also go through some marketing tutorials to turn them into results-oriented salesmen. For those in the Eastern region, training will be on the 10th of October. Pick a form at Satellite Zone in Koforidua. For those in Somanya, training will be on the 12th of October. Pick a form at Technosat. For those in the Central region, training will be on the 15th of October. Pick a form at Takulaha in Cape Coast. For those in the Western region, Training will be on the 17th of October. Pick a form at Antap in Takrade. For those in the Greater Accra region, training will be on the 22nd to 24th October. Pick a form at the Multi-TV office. For those in the Volta region, training will be on the 29th October. Pick a form at Jahome in Ho. And for those in Hohwe, training will be on the 30th of October. Pick a form at Creative Ventures or call 0302 211 688 or 0244 340 424 and 0244 340 415.
Boost your business with multi-TV, multi-TV, more TV for free. Multi-TV, more TV for free.
Log on to myjoyonline.com. Local and international news, sports, business, entertainment, politics, lifestyle, or access the YouTube channel for video on demand or live streaming of events. Listen to live radio and to podcasts for all your favorite programs whenever and wherever. Follow us on social media and enjoy the experience. So reach for your tablet, laptops, smartphones and log on to myjoyonline.com, Ghana's most comprehensive news and entertainment website.
It's the Black Stars in focus on the front page of the Graphic Sports newspaper. There we are. Stars go for the kill. And in tomorrow's World Cup playoff, there it is. So it's Michael Essien, Andre Ayew, and Sule Muntari. Quite a thick, heavy presence of big names in the midfield area. Asamoah Gyan there as well. All right, so there it is, the front page, and some Premier League action is also captured. On the bottom page, you could see King Faisal owner Alhaji Karim Gruza being restrained. As some fans tried to attack some officials. There we are. So Alhaji Gruza was said to be getting towards attacking some match officials. And this is captured in the Graphic Sports newspaper, Match Day 6. So bizarre things happen in the Ghana Premier League, there's no doubt about that. Not everybody gets too happy with officiating in the match days. Of course, Oscar, the Brazilian, is featured here in the lifestyle page. So there we are. Oscar featured there on the lifestyle page. Now there's one very interesting one that also caught my attention. It says age cheating by the Knights of the Whistle, and it's a column written by retired referee Godswill Gla, and there is also the issue of age cheating. So this is not done only by those who play on the pitch. The Knights of the Whistle also get guilty of that sometimes. Remember, there is an age for retiring from the sport actively, and so it'll be an interesting feature to read. There's no doubt about that. We go to the center spread and FIFA World Cup qualifiers there. Cote d'Ivoire, the Van Persie-inspired Holland, and more. And of course, Timothy Bradley's win over Juan Manuel Marquez featured there as well. So Timothy Bradley goes 31 wins, undefeated, and he is one boxer whom Floyd Mayweather Jr. will surely be targeting at a point. So Timothy Bradley picks that one, the WBO welterweight title, after defeating Juan Manuel Marquez. Also, there are some bits of action as well. Here we are. And Roger Federer is frustrated. He has split with his coach. Remember that Roger Federer has not really had good results in recent tournaments. And so there we are. He split and went separate ways with his trainer, Paul Annancone. So Roger Federer, is this the beginning of a very big slump for him in his career? Well, we will be able to tell after a few more tournaments. So how well is he going to be able to do under a new trainer as well, and how can he pick up the pieces immediately? All of these are questions we'll be hoping to answer soon. Now, this is the front page of the 90 Minutes newspaper, and it says there's a cliffhanger, the Battle of Osei-Krom. And notable faces, Kwejo Asamoah Gyan, Andre Ayew, all there as well. Mohamed Abutrika, he is not afraid of Ghana. So there it is, goalkeeper Richard Kingston also there. Many look forward to seeing if he's going to be starting the game. So these are the pictures, in-camp pictures. There in the center spread of the 90 Minutes newspaper. Michael Essien wears the 5 jersey, Ajiman Bedu in the 8. Emmanuel Frimpong there. So old pals Michael Essien and Sule Ali Montare reunite in the Black Stars camp. And of course, Andre Ayew eyes Egypt revenge from 2010. There we are. Many faces expected to play for the Black Stars team also there. And Ivory Coast have beaten Senegal 3-1. 1 foot already there in Brazil, unless of course Senegal win by a margin of more than 3. So there we are. And there's a story on Gareth Bale on a supposed hernia operation. Okay. So there it is, the center spread, the big names on the continent. Joseph Yobo of Nigeria, Samuel Eto'o of Cameroon, Didier Drogba of Cote d'Ivoire, and Mohamed Abutrika, as well as Asamoah Gyan. And it says the road to Brazil, hots up. Okay, so you can send me a message. Remember, it's 1760. And also you can get on my Facebook page, it's Nathaniel Attoh, Citizen Attoh, and just tell us what you want to tell the team with, you know, just about 24 hours to go for this big game. So, you know, the Black Stars team are getting ready. Remember, Egypt is also in town, and the Egyptian team is getting ready. But let's do a chronological, run of events of how things have gone so far. We will begin with the visit that the Black Stars team paid to the custodian of the land, Otumfuo Osei Tutu, the king of the Ashanti Kingdom. He regularly visits the Black Stars team in camp, ahead of big games such as these. But this time around, the Black Stars went over to the Menchia Palace. We've got the pictures.
Bishop Peter, Ghana Black Stars, and GFA. delegation. Na Ora Oda, Yano Ora Elvis Free Ankra, only Minister for Youth and Sports, only nobody J. Ora Honorable Joseph Yasmin. Na Ebaya, Ebe born na nama ni ese, Banada Ebai, Yebisi Akan Ewo Baba Yara Stadium. Na Ghana ni Egypt na ebo World Cup qualifying match. Na sa match no ye winning match na eno na ede ko Brazil 2014 World Cup. Nti match no ho ehia yem papa. Na ohwe Ghana time bia ekono be din bia ye de ba Kumase ha because of supporter ye wo Kumase ha. Na nanso time bia beba bia ode ni nhira ne bibia eta team na chi tem bia be ba nso ye din kunim ye ngu nani maseda enti ene yaba se ye beji na na nhira ene ne bibia na ye timi adin kunim amagana man enti ye ba ya ma ne tietia no enti empenifo a ewa ha ene blaster ko no nka mene mrante ne bekire na se moma mekwan ya yo okay
Sani refi ya kasamafo aya Ibrahim Sani Dara ono no wo BBC to mo ya konkonsa nti akwata chiro enti enne ya baya se dia kwasi esikan no ya ba se ya ba bebo amane ese ya ba besi akan ebranda ena fe ne ya de ndase kese ebro akansi ya yebesi esensa me minister nyina no ya ba ha se ebeji nhira Isha no so adwuma ediboa yen ema ye hunkunimdie ebu okra bi dem te ho a mehwe ball na ye bo na unhu ba bia go ni be free ubehu ana ewrom ni ase go nyina menim se yotumfo nhira ene Ghana fo nyina empire bo ene mane basa nze se ato de eden as se Pharaoh fo no aye o madwen se omo me enko Israel but denim se otumfo ne Ghana fo nyina ya said ya na say eda yakoma so say ye be ko Brazil enti said ya na de bia o de empire boni wonsha eta yachi ya san so aba eda no se bi otumfo na nka wo so otukwan eko amanone enso otu sheda na otumfo ankasa agine suit papa bi na waba be tra eyi touchline players ne ka kire me say saade no a wo ye no enokra ma ekenya omoma enokra chi no mo make sure say omo share Zambia no ena ene so no sebio amanfo bebenim se amamre mu no sese no tumfa babi oginai no ankeni so tra ha sei sebio ekwasiada yakwasidae na nka waso tumfo ohwedem enso sign ball ya ebebo ya ba hejo tumfo epie efidem a opeso ohye yenkran ti wo se hu se otumfo ede ni susum ni bibia etayechi Ghana men nyina etayechi ti otumfo ahaya ya be ya wetimi epia bonten ababaji yin se bi obetimi akaso akwasida enti mo de medamo ase me hira ewo mo achi enso wapi ababaji yin yen deyie ahye yin kran ye na yedim se obekoso ayesa wodne obi a wo ta team ne chia yenim se tembi ano ye ba oman so ha ne nan eka oman ayi asasi so ha na enkunimdie nkwa enti ye ba ya na yamane no da wasi bebre said ya wusi ukrayen ene ofutuo da no hye nkom say was say African team etimi win World Cup na African team be win World Cup na ye the Brazil of Africa a Ghana enti yenim say adawo ma abebo enti e baya na ya mane no da wasi bebre
minister ne na bedi eche na kwasi say ene menana mo enkolai Black Star team yi na woma bedru Kumase na de adru ha say meche nana na ye ninkuta ho kakra so me mban so samwajan ne nuan nyina so se me da wo mase se ne enya break kakra se ye beche nana wa ha Ghana my team ne mo se Ghana my team ene mo mo ayi mo nyina se mo nyina Ghana my ne mo ni enko Brazil Ghana my team na mo wa ha sabe mo ayi mo nyinara ampa mu nuan mu bi bo bi nso ye hwe mu na mbetime agina Ghana mayana na ye say Brazil ewiase nyinara ekobo bo na mo mfe yenko Mona Mukra, a free on Mampanyi, a Bessimon and Asu Sigana for Yinazo, Yenny Yashamo Monsao, me man Yinara, Monse, me crash a Monsa, President Ghana, man Yina crash a Monsa. The every answer, say, Mirikatua Yetu and Ubin Abejan and in Egypt, if we see a babo matraniaco, and Unquanaka. Woman a giant, Nimi sign one actually a radem one. Now will be a big and so me and quiet, and there was a Trifanos on your crew. Trifanos on your talk, one name on your born on your deco Triafan. Munin diamu or ball munara. Aqua crime to a mobile ball or baby, a mudin that newspaper new yasi dinara. And Yakama bombs on my Mutimi ma bro for her na ye na muntimi nya me hwe mutimi ma bro for bom din ye ne ntimi so so ti monyema ye nso ye nya nimonyam ne hu se ye wo ma ye kuma Ghana man nti Brazil ne de ye beko Brazil ne de ye beko ti brada wo bia gina so amonka hu se yi nipa du ba kura me ka hu du mienu ye nyina ye ko Brazil no Tie nyina se ye aduonu sa ne ye kɔ Brazil ameka ho bi ye nyina ye bɛkɔ ɛno nko anu adɔ ne hia yaka mu nyina bom ɛno mu na coach ne bɛhwɛ yi bi e bɛbɔ no ɛbenada na mu nyina na mu ka bom am betumi ama Ghana akɔ ti mu mfa ɛdɔ baabi amowo bia mu ni ho nkuta ho mu hwɛ kwan am de bɛfa so am bɛyɛ ɛbenada mu na de me twɛn ya ne se go na afei ma akɔkora matimi ada sanse ye din kunim kɛse wɔ ha ne yekuduru baabi a yɛbɔ no na se Egypt o sahino ye betumi atwi afa so akɔ
na ya chami ide emse ngame mpanfo no akasa na emom me na meda nkwala ne nyina no na kakra mbeka edi asoso ne se na nada romatem bia me ba woni me kasa efa enkora no na bia chia no atere me bia ko yenso no na oma maso ate na enam so na sabre matimi aboabo asa timi a omo ha sabre na omba yenso no bia modern bo osroye ni obia di nkoma na jenya se kwan bia be faso a be ko Brazil no ombe faso na ni nyina no be wie pe ya gise ya be jina na enso enhira eka ho ti sabre woni na si na ya be stress ode ne mpaye ne future ne support bia be ta ya chi na yenso yo e be hye no nkran se ye ma na nim ngwase ahodin bia o se edi shem na edi nyankonim no yenso e be ye edi ahye na no nyam
ye ba ye nkran ne boni say nana nshira ni mpaibo ntiana yenam say nyame ni nukreni no ayeti nkra say ye ba nana fie ndi miniji ye pa say nim say ye ba ha dia ye wie bia entino as a captain no players no bia ho odin mpom obia ho ye se ekọ camp a ekro ye ni bibia no se ne Ghana fo no bia ti camp se ne camp ti no bibia eye fine nti no ya rehim se benada ye be ya ba na na fie nko ade a ye beji nhira ne ahode ne de ye sure se ye bedi Egypt for sunkunim nti ntitu anu ti ye ba ha nkra ne boni ye beji nhira no na ye de aye ejuma.
Okay, so Asamajan asking for blessings. Basically, Otumfuo said to talking about the need to win this game and win it convincingly so that the qualification process will be on course. And, you know, the officials also spoke about how inspiring the Asantehene has been over the period anytime the Black Stars need to play crucial games such as these in Kumasi, the land of which Otumfuo said is custodian. Also, the leader of delegation, the Minister for Youth and Sports, also addressed the media, you know, in Kumasi. Let's take a listen.
To ensure that, and it's part of FIFA regulations, to ensure that football games are played in a conducive environment. And that is what we are doing, to ensure that everybody is safe, the players are safe, spectators are safe, and our visitors, the Egyptians, are also safe. So we're just ensuring that everybody is safe, everybody is at liberty to go wherever they want to go to, and you can see that our brothers, the Egyptians, are everywhere, there's no threat, there's no challenge. But in security matters, you always ensure that you are on top of your game. And so there are no specific security threats, but we are on top of our game. And among you here, maybe there may be some people who are security, but you don't know. But I can assure you that there's a lot of security presence and everybody is safe and secure. So just relax and go about your normal duties.
People are saying that the commitment level of the players, what have they been telling you, whether they are very ready for this match, and what are we expecting?
You know, if you understand players, they don't talk much. They believe in doing. Football is played on the pitch. And so, for me, it is the preparation, the seriousness with which they attach to the preparation, the way they are all focused, and they know what is at stake. And I have every confidence in them that on Tuesday they'll play 100% plus and they'll deliver. I see it, I know it, and what they tell me, I can't tell you, but you can be sure that we'll deliver.
The Black Stars will have to finish off the game with the Egyptians in the second leg. And we know that the GFA has sent word to CAF and to that matter FIFA calling for a change in the venue. I know the ministry together with the GFA are monitoring the situation closely. What feelers, for example, are we getting from FIFA and CAF towards the deadline that has been given to the Egyptians to put their house in order?
Well, first of all, we all know and agree, and it's part of FIFA statutes, that football matches have to be played in a conducive and congenial atmosphere. And it's very clear to everybody that the situation in Egypt cannot be described as conducive and congenial. Indeed, it's a very volatile situation. And on a daily basis, the situation keeps deteriorating. And we have written to FIFA, and FIFA has rightly written to the Egyptian FA to give us guarantees and that they will continue to monitor the situation. I cannot speak for FIFA, but I think that as independent observers, it's clear to us that the situation in Egypt is very, very volatile, is very unstable, and therefore it is not conducive to having a football match where you need a very secure and serene environment according to the principles of fair play to play. But we'll leave the decision to FIFA. We have made our position clear, and as they say they are monitoring, we are also monitoring. The whole international community is monitoring, and we believe that they will do the right thing as they've been doing in similar situations where when a country is hosting a match and the security situation degenerates beyond a certain point, for the sake of the match, for the sake of even the host country and the visiting country, spectators, and for the sake of football, you ensure that you move the match to a neutral environment where we can enjoy the game of football. So we are looking forward that FIFA will take that decision, but we'll leave that decision to them, and we'll all continue to monitor the situation. We don't have such situations here. The Egyptians are here. They are free to go about. We have some of them, hovering around, and we don't have such a problem. And so, according to the principle of reciprocity, we expect that when we go there, we would have a similar situation. But if we're going to have a situation where we have to play in a stadium full of military men and the armed guard and with armor cars surrounding us, then of course there will be no equity. And that is the perspective from which we are coming from.
Some rumors and reports that some Egyptians had invaded this hotel, Golden Tulip Hotel, where the Black Stars are lodging, and it's a matter of concern to the team, especially the officials. But being the man on the ground, can you enlighten us on that issue?
The usual practice is that the host team stays in a particular hotel and the visiting team stays in another hotel. That is what happens always, and that is why the visiting team sent a team ahead and they booked the hotel and they are there. We got information that some Egyptians had come in here and we thought that it was a breach, a management decision. We've looked at it and we think that we've put in place the necessary security measures to ensure that nothing untoward happens. We are told that there are some VIP officials. What I can assure you of is that for this match, we have put in place enough measures to ensure that nothing untoward happens. After the match, if we have to take a second look at that to ensure that it doesn't recur, we will look at that and look at those individuals involved, and then we'll take it from there. But for now, let me assure the whole country that there's no security situation here, and there's enough security presence here, and everybody is safe and secure. First of all, the president's visit was very, 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 very important, because on a consistent basis, anytime I go to the dressing room, I tell them the president says, and indeed it's true. I mean, the president is a chief supporter and patron of the Black Stars, and he calls on a regular basis to find out, because you know that the president cannot be everywhere at any time. So I'm here representing him, and so whatever message I carry, whatever I'm doing it in his name and in his stead. But it was important that he physically appears, and indeed when he came here, he confirmed that indeed he's constantly been on me trying to find out what is happening, and therefore the players were encouraged that indeed the president has them at heart. And whatever the president is doing, he's also doing it on behalf of the entire nation. So the importance of the qualification is not just for government. Government is there to serve the interest of the people. What do Ghanaians want? I believe that every single Ghanaian wants the Black Stars to qualify for the third time. And therefore, as a government, in expressing that desire and will of Ghanaian people who elected us into office, we are ensuring that we do whatever it takes to ensure that that aspiration of Ghanaians will be achieved. So government is working to ensure that the aspiration of all Ghanaians, of which we are all part, is achieved by ensuring that.
Well, so Sports Minister Elvis Afriyie Ankrah there. Some messages coming in. I'll be sharing some of them with you very, very shortly as we build up to this big game, Ghana versus Egypt. This one from Mark Evans Baywako says, wishing the Black Stars all the best. Looking forward to seeing Alexander Tete of Norwich City in our return leg at Cairo, or whenever FIFA will decide that game to be played. You look good, Nathaniel. Okay, thank you very much, Mark Evans Baywako. There's some more messages on my Facebook page, but right now let's take a listen to ex-Black Star skipper C.K. Akono, and of course, Augustine Ahimfo, who are also rallying support for the team ahead of this game.
National team. We might have our differences, sometimes different opinions, but when it comes to supporting the Black Star, I think we must come together, and we've thought about it wisely. You know, that's why we are here and to support the Black Stars.
It is. These guys have said before, know us more than they do know Osei Kofi and the likes. And so it is always good for us to be with them. Also, don't forget that they are part of the PFAG. And we go there in the name of PFAG to also let them know that come what may, we are solidly behind them. We've been to their camp when they came to Accra before they went to Kumasi. We had dinner with them. We were there when the GNPC came to promise them. And so they know that the whole nation is behind them. This is the time for all of us to come together. We can't be divided because of football. Politics will divide us as always, but football brings all of us together. And so it is time for all of us to stop the negative comments about players and then rally behind the team to qualify. Because if we should be in Brazil, it is good for the whole Ghana, not only the team. It makes our name travel worldwide, and everybody knows that Ghana is somewhere in Africa. Because a friend of mine's daughter came from the US, and for the first time, she came to Ghana and realized that she thought she was in the US. And because they have a different perception of Africa, because of what they've been told or what they've learned in school. But then when she came here, it was a different story. So if we are at the World Cup and she has the opportunity, or she happens to watch the match, then she will know that obviously where I went in Africa, this is the team that is playing for them. They know. They've already been there before. But who wouldn't want to go to Rio de Janeiro? Who wouldn't want to go to Samba? I have been there before. The enjoyment, the food, how they receive you and all that makes you to want to have more or want to go there again. And so I would love to be there. So is the team. But what can I do to help them?
is to support them, is to rally behind them. It's just time and generation. And our time, we were not able to make it, but we are supporting them in a different way. We are doing it in a different way. Like I said earlier on, 2010, I was in the World Cup. I went there. I worked as a sports analyst, you know, and it was good. I tell you, there were times I had to do interview with Al Jazeera. It's because of Ghana was there, you know what I mean? So it gives us a lot of opportunities, you know, like he made mention of, and so we need to support the team. We need to rally behind them and make them qualify, because it will take us very, very far. Well, I think it's because of our perception and the way we think, you know, the way we see things. We tend to be coaches all over the place, and so we don't respect his job. You know, I think it's about time we stop this kind of behavior. When we have our own opinion, when we say certain things, but it comes to a point where we stop, and then we put our differences behind us and support the team. And that's what we are not doing. As at now, we have a few days to go. People are still criticizing some of the players, why this, why that, and I don't think it's necessary. You know, what is important is that we pray and support the team, both physically and spiritually, so that the team may go through this obstacle, this hurdle. Egypt is a very strong football nation, and it's important we respect the opponent, but we shouldn't be panicking. And these kind of differences will bring distraction to the team. Of course, I mean, I'm not too worried about the home leg match. I'm just worried about the return. We don't want any intimidation. We don't want it. That one, I'm sure the FA is working on it, but we don't want it. Because these boys can even win there. Who win the here. Yes.
Okay, so there we are, the former national stars in there, and throwing a lot of support behind the Black Stars team. Now, this is a text message from Wofa Kwame. It says, tell your guys that they should play well as they do when they are out there. Ghana is winning 2-1 and waiting for you in Osekro, my brother Nat. Okay, that's from Wofa Kwame. Okay, thank you very much for that message, Wofa Kwame. Let's now turn attention to ex-Black Stars defender Coach Frimpong Manso, who is also expressing a bit of worry about the defense of the Black Stars team. Remember that most of the names that have been unable to make it since Coach Kwesi Appiah revealed his list, or you know, published his list, are from the defense and our key players. I'm talking, you know, the likes of Jonathan Mensah and Jonathan Mensah and John Boy, as well as Harrison Affle. So he is a bit worried about the defense, but well, Coach Kwesi Appiah says that he has everything under control. And also, one player who is out injured and unable to play this game is Kevin Prince Boateng. He has sent a goodwill message to the Black Stars team ahead of the game. He looks forward to rejoining the team immediately he's able to get out of that injury situation. So Kevin Prince Boateng wishing the Black Stars well ahead of this very crucial encounter. It's Ghana versus Egypt, and it's tomorrow at the Baba Yara Stadium. 4 p.m. is the time, and Kevin Prince Boateng said in the message, this is a quote assigned to him. He says, I wish the Ghana Black Stars all the best of luck for the game against Egypt. Very sorry I can't be there to help. And this is on his Twitter handle. And he missed last month's qualifier against Zambia through the same situation and injury. And of course, the GFA president, Kwesi Nyantakyi, has also defended Kevin Prince Boateng on his injury. Remember that there were many you know, concerns around in the media concerning Kevin Prince Boateng and whether his injury was very genuine. But well, he played that game in the Bundesliga. It was here, we all saw it, and Kevin Prince Boateng surely is injured and out and unable to play in this game. Beg your pardon. Let's also focus on another player who's really looking forward to playing again for the Black Stars team. I'm talking about John Paintsel, who's picking up the pieces in South Africa. And the defender insists that he will fight his way back into the Ghana squad and make an appearance at the Brazil 2014 World Cup. The 32-year-old has joined South Africa's second-tier side, Santos FC, as a free agent and is keen to work back on his form. The former Fulham man has been overlooked by Coach Kwesi Appiah for his inactivity after signing for Santos, and Paintsel is eager to make a big return to the Black Stars team. And Coach Kwesi Appiah also says that, guys, no early celebrations yet. Ghana is not yet in Brazil. We need to seal off everything properly before we start doing all the big talk. So he says that let's hold our guns and let's make sure that we qualify first, and that is the major priority. And he says in football circle, it's very, very important that every team strives to go to the World Cup. And also there was a plot to infiltrate the Black Stars camp by the Egyptians. Remember that the sports minister addressed that issue at his news conference. And this is the story that, you know, a group of Egyptians tried to infiltrate the camp of the Black Stars team, and it was foiled. And according to sources, the Ghana FA and the sports ministry requested that no Egyptian be allowed to book rooms at the hotel that the team will be lodging at in Kumasi, and I'm talking the Golden Tulip Hotel. And sources gather that investigations are ongoing to identify the identity of the travel and tour agency that booked hotel rooms for the Egyptians. Okay, so now let's go to the chronology of events, how it all happened, and let's take a look at the arrival of the Egyptian team in Kumasi.
Any panic or something?
Of course not. Egypt, these players have experience playing against Ghana, so anything that took place in South Africa with the U.S. doesn't apply now with this team.
Bob, you've monitored the injury situation in the Black Stars camp. Is it going to be a plus for you?
They have depth, but still, when you lose important players, it changes things. So I'm sure they have a plan, but you know, we certainly are just trying to concentrate on making sure we're ready to go.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
So that's the arrival of the team in Kumasi. Well, they refused to talk to journalists. Only Coach Bradley was available to grant interviews, and of course this was minute-by-minute action of the arrival of the Egyptian team. Tony Bebley trying to catch up with some of the players, and of course they refused interviews. And of course this was live on the Joy Sports channel on Multi TV. There we are. So all of them are refusing. Very, very tough indeed. So there, Mohamed Abutrika making his way into the bus as well. One very big name in the Egyptian squad, and one player that many will be looking forward to seeing and monitoring during this game. So the Pharaohs of Egypt arriving and making their way into the bus, and this was early on Saturday morning. So there it is, the arrival right there from the aircraft.
Oh, okay. You are just arrived. How did you find the journey?
Oh, the journey from Accra and Kumasi was great. The GFA was very helpful with us in Accra. They gave us a special flight to move the team and even the media and all the embassy staff to Kumasi. I have to thank them, and we're looking forward to have a very nice game in Kumasi.
Your players have refused to talk to us. Any instructions from any?
They are tired because, you know, they came like 6 hours from Cairo to Accra and then another flight from Accra to Kumasi, so they are very exhausted. So I have to try to just understand their feelings now. They are tired and they need to have a break, and then I think they will speak to everyone.
So you will give us opportunity to talk to them later?
Sure. So we will consult with the coach, and then we will tell all of you about the media, the conference, everything.
My name is Faiz Sarwat from El Nahar TV channel.
So you are from there, you are writing, you are monitoring what is coming from Ghana. What is the expectation in from Egypt?
In Egypt, all people in Egypt, even the press and the media, they are talking about this important match. It will be very tough for both teams, the Ghanaian and Egyptian team. But we are playing about our player experience. You know, we have a lot of experience in the team. Not young players at the Ghanaian team, but we are focusing on our experienced people. Yeah.
But we're monitoring our injury situation. What do you think that you have an upper hand?
No, it's not that dangerous in Egypt. If you are talking about the situation in Egypt and what's happening there, it's not in all the cities or not all the places. It's just in some places, and of course the Egyptian military and of course the police, Egyptian police, will secure the Ghanaian team, and all the spectators are coming to the match in Egypt.
You know, your league has been down for some time due to riots, and that is something everybody's talking about, that it will be an advantage to us. You think that your team is not compact now?
No, most of the players are from Al Ahly team, and the Ahly is reached now to the semi-final in the African Champions League. They are well fit. In addition to our players playing in Europe, we have like 3, 4, or 5, maximum 6 players play in their teams in Europe. So they are well fit, and they can complete the match even here in Ghana or in Egypt.
Now, between Mohamed Salah and
Trika, yeah.
Who do you think will be more important for this game?
Both, they are more important. Mr. Bob Bradley, the coach, last matches he don't play with the main striker. He play usually with Mohamed Salah in addition to Abu Trika. Sometimes he play just in one striker in front of them. Okay.
With the situation now, you know, Ghana is calling for a change of venue due to your riot system in Egypt. Is it possible that you surely play your game in Cairo?
I think 90% the FIFA will make an order that the game will play in Egypt, because the African Champions League, even Al Ahly and Zamalek played in Egypt, and the last match between Ahly and Zamalek, there was fans in the field. So I think the FIFA will take the decision to play in Egypt.
Ghana, we are scared. We will be safe in Cairo.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared at all. Egypt is secure. It's not 100 secure, but it's secure. We are more than brothers. I spent like 3 days in Accra. I love the Ghanaian people. They are very kind. Also, the Egyptian people love the Ghanaian people very, very, very much. You are well secured in Egypt.
All right, so you heard from the journalist from Egypt. He works for the NR channel in Egypt, and he says that it's not 100% secure, but at least it is good enough. Okay, so let's take a listen. Let's focus on some more stories from the camp of Egypt. And star host Hosni Abdul Rabu is yearning for a World Cup qualification spot, just like his other teammates, and he really looks forward to overcoming there's a major challenge, and he says that this is a last opportunity for him and his teammates to grab it once and for all. So he really looks forward to making it with his side in Brazil. And also we will take the focus onto Mohamed Zidane, who's warning Ghana ahead of this clash. He says that we have to be very wary of the Egyptian team and their strength and what they will bring into this game. And this is a quote. He says that Ghana has progressed a lot since 2008 and 2010, and they became very solid. They became a very solid team, and we must be very careful against them. And the Pharaohs striker, he was speaking to a TV network at the weekend. Okay, so let's see how all of that goes. And now we go to the very first training session that the Egyptians held ahead of this game. They trained at the Joe Park. and many fans in the background observing. So there we are, you know, Coach Bob Bradley training with the Egyptian team on that very, very good pitch. And of course the fans in Kumasi, very, very passionate about their football, and they were there to give some moral support to the Egyptian team. Interesting, some flags as well. And I can hear a song in the background, a chorus being chanted by the fans in Tree, which is going to suggest that the Egyptian team is shaking, or the players are shaking. There we are, and Ecuador, you always remember them for that World Cup, under-17 World Cup in 1995. Of course, Ghana won it, the reason why you'd always want to remember. Okay, let's take a look at the fixtures to expect for South America. Chile play Ecuador, and Colombia play Paraguay. Argentina play Uruguay, while Peru play Bolivia. But of course, the team of the moment is Argentina, who are still topic. Of course, Brazil, they played a friendly against South Korea. Let's take a look. So now let's go to that game between Brazil and South Korea. It was a friendly.
David Luiz ou Neymar? Se for David Luiz será mais em força, se for Neymar será mais em jeito. Vamos então. Apostos para a cobrança deste livre. Bateu Neymar! Golo! Neymar! Já! Agora o Oscar vai fazer o segundo. Já está! Oscar! Estávamos a dizer que andava desaparecido do jogo, mas quando aparece é para deixar a sua marca.
So there it is, Oscar and Neymar making it a complete win there for the Brazilians. Okay, so that is it. Let's do some more. We'll be bringing you some updates from the Ghana Premier League as well. Let's do a quick round of commercials, and after that we get into the details of the results from the weekend. And of course, Accra House of Oak is now level on points with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But of course, Asante Kotoko have one game more to play. It's an outstanding match between the side and Second D Hazakis.
Training throughout the country. The training is for fresh people who would like to learn about satellite installation. Trainees will also go through some marketing tutorials to turn them into results-oriented salesmen. For those in the Eastern region, training will be on the 10th of October. Pick a form at Satellite Zone in Koforidua. For those in Somanya, training will be on the 12th of October. Pick a form at Technosat. For those in the Central region, training will be on the 15th of October. Pick a form at Takulaha in Cape Coast. For those in the Western region, training will be on the 17th of October. Pick a form at Antap in Takrade. For those in the Greater Accra region, training will be on the 22nd to 24th October. Pick a form at the Multi-TV office. For those in the Volta region, training will be on the 29th October. Pick a form at Jahome in Ho. And for those in Hohwe, training will be on the 30th of October. Pick a form at Creative Ventures or call 0302 211 688 or 0244 340 424 and 0244 340 415.
Boost your business with multi-TV. Multi-TV, more TV for free. Multi-TV, more TV for free.
The English Premier League is back on your screen. Tune in to Joy Sports on Multi-TV thus and every Saturday as we relive the passion, the suspense and excitement of English football. And as far as Gerrard, oh wow! Percy scores! Suarez, Sturridge, more or less perfect.
The joy is cut short. The flag was up for offside, and the goal is ruled out.
Has taken that. The English Premier League, thus and every Saturday, only on Joy Sport. The English Premier League. Let the games begin.
All right, so before we go ahead, I'd just like to remind all that to complete the satellite upgrade aimed at offering our cherished viewers more exciting and entertaining content, Multi-TV will implement the final phase of the upgrade at midnight on Saturday, October 19, 2013. And in case you're experiencing any service disruptions in your a Digibox, just do not tamper with your box. Just turn on the Digibox, turn the power off, and turn it back on after 2 minutes, and service will be restored. So for assistance, please call 0302-211-680 or 0302-211-688 or visit multitvworld.com or myjoyonline.com for support. Multi-TV apologizes for any inconvenience in the process due to what the process is bringing. Now, Multi-TV, just remember, it's just thrills. Okay, so let's now take a look at what happened in the Ghana Premier League at the weekend. Now, Accra Hearts of Oak is tied on points with Asante Kotoko after securing that 1-0 win over Brekum Chelsea. Surely the top liner of the weekend, Edubiase and Bechem United drawing 1-1. And of course, Amida's Professionals beating King Faisal by 3-1. And you saw that picture in the Graphic Sports where Alhaji Karim Gruza was restrained from, confronting match officials on the day. Amida's Professionals winning that one as well. And Liberty Professionals going away to beat Dwarfs. That's interesting. Dwarfs getting it a bit topsy-turvy at the start of the season. Adriana Stars, they beat Heart of Lions by 1-0. And clearly, the coach J.E. Sapong Magic is working at Adriana Stars. Okay, Inter Allies still struggling really to get a win to start lifting themselves up, but it still will not work because they went up against a very strong WA All-Stars side. 5-goal thriller, 3 of the goals going to WA All-Stars, and Inter Allies getting to still looking for some wins to make sure that they do not get back into the second tier after their first appearance in the Ghana Premier League. Now, Mediama SC and Ashanti Gold drew goalless, and these round up the round of matches for the weekend. And also, we will focus on the table. Let's take a look at the table and what's on there. So Asante Kotoko is on 15 points, and Accra Hearts of Oak also on 15 points. And Asante Kotoko are yet to honor that game against Hazakes. So it's an outstanding fixture. So depending on the scoreline, Accra Hearts of Oak may or may not just remain there in the second position. Of course, Ashanti Gold also there with 12 points. Heart of Lions there in 4th position. Adriana Stars follow, and so there it is now. Inter Allies still on no points after 6 match days. Hazakas, of course, are yet to play that game against Kotoko, like I mentioned to you. New Dubiasi up there as well. Burikum, Chelsea, interestingly, up there. But like has always been said, it's early days, and you'd never know which team just stages a massive revival in the Premier League. Also, Bernard Dombote is in the news again. Remember that he had to serve a long ban. It was a one-year ban. But before that, let's focus on Asante Kotoko, who have fined the cameraman for misconduct. So Asante Kotoko have been ordered to pay 500 Ghana cedis following the misconduct of the club's photojournalist at the in their game against Inter Allies. So the cameraman in question will have to pay 500 Ghana cedis for misconduct. David Che is the man, and he was said to have argued with and abused the match commissioner for that game, and he was also reported to have threatened that if he was not allowed, entry into the inner perimeter, the match was not going to kick off. Che was also reported to have phoned supporters of Asante Kotoko to incite them against the match officials. His attitude is a clear contravention of the Article 35(3)(a). Subsection 3A of the Ghana Football Association's regulations. So one other person who's been fined there in the Ghana Premier League is New Dubiase United striker Bernard Dombote, who is also fined 500 Ghana cedis for insulting a match commissioner. The incident occurred during their Week 3 fixture against Asante Kotoko in Kumasi. The former Hearts of Oak player used foul language in the on the match commissioner before the match when reserve players were ordered to proceed to their technical bench. The incident occurred in the tunnel, and Bote's conduct contravenes Article 35(3) of the regulations. So it will be recalled that the player was handed a 12-month ban, which is a one-year ban in the Premier League following his assault of a referee. Okay, so all right, let me do a few text messages before we round it up. This one from Eric Dokukusun says, a must-win game, of course. Go Black Stars, go. We are solidly behind you with full support. And also, Habakukewa Otu says, Ghana will win by 2-1. That's it for sports today. There is more here as we build up to that game between Ghana and Egypt. Follow George Attoh Jr. later on the show. It's the football show, and it's here on the Joy Sports channel on Multi TV. Until then, let me say thank you to all of you for staying tuned to the show. Thanks to the whole production team at Joy Sports. My name is Nathaniel Attoh, and I have love for sport.